Okay. So this is going to be a guide for the Shura ending, taking on Emma and Ishinn, the old Ishinn. Now, there's a couple of things you got to know about this fight. First of all, it's a 3-phase boss fight. First phase is Emma with just 1 health bar. Second phase is Ishinn with 2 health bars. So, Emma is a tricky boss. She's not a hard boss, she's a tricky boss. The main thing is you actually want to deflect all of her attacks, especially the 4-hit combo. If you get the last one, you'll be able to get 2 hits on her butt. She also has a sweep, and the best way to counter her sweep is with Senpo Leaping Kicks or High Monk. I use Senpo Leaping Kicks. In terms of items, there's not a whole lot that's extremely useful in this fight. The Loaded Umbrella is the best thing that you're going to have. Other than that, you're going to want to make sure that you do go into the fight with your pellets. You're also going to want to go into the fight with rice. Now, because this is a final boss, stuff like Divine Grass is very, very relevant for this fight. Other than that, just Akos to boost up that damage. I'm going to be demonstrating this with the Demon Belt active, so it's a little bit better. I'm also going to try to get 3 or 4 boss attempts where I get all the way through the fight, and then I die, and then I'll just let myself die so that I can show it again, try to really show the full movesets of it. Now, Simple Leaping Kicks is this, and is the best way to counter all sweeps in this fight. It's actually a full combo, so 1, 2, and then if you get High Monk, you throw some Sword Slashes in there as well. And you can always get off the full thing if you hit these bosses with it. Just punish Emma's sweeps and get the hell away from her grabs. Her grabs are rough. She'll sheath her sword and start coming at you with her hands. You just got to jump straight away from her. If you try to dash around her side, it can work, but she has amazing tracking and it typically will catch you. So just make sure you jump straight backward. Okay, hold on. Jump straight backwards like that, and you should be fine. Ishinn's a little bit different. So in the first phase, you should be able to just absolutely stun. When he sheathes his sword, he'll come at you and do a brutal double slash. But you want to get really, really close to him, time the block, and go into a Senpo Leaping Kick. It's the best way to counter it. Can entirely trivialize the first fight because it gets so much damage off. The second phase, things are a little bit crazier. So he starts bursting into flames. I'm going to show which direction is better to dash because you can typically dash behind all of his stuff. Otherwise, you can outspace most of his flames and run to the side to avoid it. I'll try to demonstrate the best way to avoid it, and I'm going to be remembering it a little bit as we go. And the last thing to know is he'll do a 2-hand grip on his sword, and he'll be able to go into this brutal thing where he launches fire up all over the arena. If you just use your umbrella and you hang out next to you hang out in the snow, you'll be just fine. That'll also, his slash that does 1,000,000 slashes around you, your shield will block that. That's really everything to cover prior to going into this fight. Other than that, this is a boss that just takes some time. You've got to get the timing down, and it is separate timing, and it can really be annoying, just because you're trying to get through this boss so that you don't have to play this game anymore. But you have to figure out both Emma's and Ishinn's timing, and what I found is that Emma's timing in particular, once you get that down, her timing's so different from Ishinn that it can be extremely punishing. But and then once you get Ishinn's timing down, Emma starts to kill you. So it really just takes a fundamental grasp of both of them to be able to punish. So the way you get the Shura endings, you come up here. So he's going to tell you to betray Kuro. So you want to select Forsake Kuro. I would not recommend this for a first playthrough. First playthrough, you should not be going for the Shura ending, but if you hate this game and you're trying to get rid of it with that sense of accomplishment, hey, I beat this game, go ahead, obey the Iron Code, Forsake Kuro. Obey the Iron Code, Forsake Kuro. Okay. So now we're going to go into the cutscenes. Because this is supposed to be a guide, I'm actually just going to skip through it. But Emma's going to come out first, and we're going to get into it. So deflect. You can just attack, stay on her. That's her grab, jump straight back, you'll be fine. And then you can usually get a hit in or two. That's the sweep. You can bounce on her head, or you can do Senpo Leaping Kicks to get the... Here we go, 4-hit combo. Oh, I missed it. So you can deflect that, as I just showed. There's her 4-hit combo that you can then punish. Bounce on that head. Oof. When she catches you, just stay on her. Oof. If you need to heal, you can just back up. That, you can just Makiri. As you can see, if you don't deflect it perfectly, like I didn't that time, you do take some damage. Leap, bounce on that head. There, 4-hit combo. And she's done. Try to get a drink off, because you should have just enough time to get that one drink off. Okay. So, Emma's down. Once Emma goes down, the next phase of the fight will start. You do have to kill Emma every time you do an attempt, which is unfortunate. You can't skip this by just pressing start, so you don't get stuck listening to it. So this phase, you've got to kind of be able to flawless. You want to just stay on top of him. He's very quick. There's his grab, but you just jump straight away. Oh, okay, so that sweep you can punish. Okay, so that, as you can see, hurts very, very bad. You can block it, but I would not recommend doing that. You can bounce on that head, and from now I'm going to try to get off the heels, usually sidestep that get close, and style on his ass. Boom! There we go, quick cut. But just stay on him. His posture recovers quickly. Oh, now I'm dead. Ooh, I got away. Okay, you just run away. If you run away from that, that's the other way to counter it. You are much faster than him, so you can't just get that clearance that you need to continue surviving. Get up on him. He does that when he walks around to your right, he always goes into that stab. Oof. Okay. So again, you can miss that, and I don't know why I didn't that time. Oof, he caught me. So as I said, we are trying to demonstrate the full fight, so I'm not actually worried about dying. Okay, coming in. When he does this, he'll slide step, go into a slash, which you can always block because you know he's going to do it. There's Mercuriable. Just hold a second before he goes into it. And then when he slams you back, another Mercuriable stab. That can really stack his posture. And once you stack that posture up, you want to stay on it. God damn, that should not be catching me. Mercuriable. Stab, stab, stab. This fight's all about Song of the Blades. You can dash around that, but always go for the Makiri. But as you can see, you should be trading... Oof. You should be trading blows constantly with him. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to build that posture up like I just did. Okay. So, now, he's going to go into his... Oh. He's going to go into... There you go. Fire 1. You can just skip that by running around to the side when he launches fire at you. When he does this, get to the snow. He's going to attack you. You just stay under that shield, and then he'll do that, and you can go into projected force. You can't block it, but then you get burned. And you die. So don't do that. Oh boy. You get back on him. And he does that. You just run in a circle. You circle right. There you go. Circle right, come up behind him. That's the way. So you always want to circle right on him. Get back into a corner. Into projected force. Again, you do not want to try to block that. I don't know why I keep trying to block it. You can use dowsing powder to get unburnt. Oh, I don't know how I survived that. So I'm probably just going to die here. Which is just fine. I demonstrated the first two. Again, you just circle him wide, use your speed. His general moveset does stay the same. And if you stay on him, oof, If you stay on him, you can typically get him to... Oh, he's going to launch again. Just run to the right. See? That's how you avoid that one. And for this... I do prefer the corners for this. Into projected force. You can always just outspace his fire is another thing that you can do. I will typically wait in front of him, because otherwise he does the side swing. Oh, okay. That grab. So that is one way to die to him. His grab is rough. He does it a little bit faster than Emma, so you don't have as much time. But jumping straight back is how you avoid it. I think that actually covered most of his moveset, which is nice. Anyway, every time you die, not a big deal. Do go into this fight with as little sen and experience as possible so that it takes away the fear of death. Also, just remember, like, this is the end of the game for you. Like, losing sen at this point doesn't mean anything. So, each fight does totally reset. Just run up, talk to your dad, and the fight will begin again. Okay, so now we get to fight Emma again. Hopefully this time I can just absolutely style on her, but we're going to find out. Oh, I got a style on her with Senpo leaping kicks. Jump away. There you go. 2, 3. There you go. Styled on her that time. Make sure you get that guard up. Otherwise, you're, oh no. Emma. She can't do that. You can't Makiri that. As long as you time it correctly, you're good. This time I'm going to pop a pellet. Okay. So you have time. Get that healing in before the second phase fights, because Ishinn can be very, very aggressive. But you always have a couple of seconds to get that healing off. You can also pop an Akko, which I've not been doing because I'm not going to waste my resources on attempts where I know I'm going to let myself die regardless. Okay. So again, stay on him. He's very aggressive. But aggressive enemies plays to your strengths, not his. Always come up. Oh my god. Run away when he does this, if you don't want to handle it. Or you can stay close to him. Get that Makiri in every chance that you get. Oh no. I know that you can dash around that. I just gotta figure out how. There you go. Get close, time it, style on it. Boom. Get that guard up. Oh. There you go. You dodge to his left, or your left. Not his left. His right, your left. And then you can punish his butt. Oh, God. If he breaks your guard, that hurts. He should not be breaking your guard like he is mine. I do have the Demon Bell active, which means I take more posture damage. Yeah, you just dodge twice to totally get behind him. We'll spin. There you go. See, you just dodge twice, you'll be fine. Oh, there, okay. We dodged it that time. His grab is definitely the most annoying part of the fight. If you go for that second attack, he will punish it. Make sure you're staying on top of him. Dodging left twice is how you do that. Boom. Alright, nice. Okay. Getting a little bit more refined. And projected force. Run to the side. Holy cow, you can jump that. I don't know how that didn't hit me. But yeah, this time you're dodging right in this phase. Try to Makiri that. Requires a little bit more hesitation. Projected force. Around to his back, get a couple hits in. But again, this time you're dodging right. I'm just running to the left, and I'm avoiding that. And you can actually just keep running away from him. See, you can just get around him. So I've actually almost got him now. And then you can't bounce on his head or style on him. I'm just going to let him kill me now. Because I figured him out. So, and then I'm just going to go ahead and die. I might put one video of all of my attempts, and then this video I think is going to be the full thing. So I'm going to try to go into the spiel, and hopefully it goes as well again this time. Okay, so I guess this will be the start. So I've tested a couple of times against him. I'm feeling pretty good. I will have the video up of all of them, but I'm also going to put just this one up so it's a little bit cleaner. Okay, so you just want to come in, stab this guy. So now you have a free run to the boss. You just sneak in here and grab that. A couple of things you're going to want to bring into this fight. You are going to want to make sure that you have rice, pellets, and healing gourds, along with Akko sugar. You want to bring your loaded magnet umbrella for the third phase, which is Ishinn's second phase. You will not use a prosthetic tool in any other phase of the fight. The combat art that I would recommend is Senpo Leaping Kicks or High Monk. One skill that you're going to want to make sure that you do have for this fight is... Wait. Projected force. There we go. You are going to want to make sure you have projected force. Again, for the last phase of this fight. In this fight, it is Emma with 1 health bar and then 2 health bars for Ishinn. The Emma fight is all about deflection and staying in front of her. She does have a grab, which you can avoid by jumping directly backwards, and she does have a sweep, which you can bounce on her head, or you can do the Senpo Leaping Kicks. Boom. You can actually jump and then go... Oh, never mind. We don't have mid-air combat arts. If you do have mid-air combat arts, you can jump and then go into Senpo Leaping Kicks. Other than that, deflect. She does have a couple of stabs, which you can just Makiri, but they're pretty telegraphed, so I wouldn't worry about it. Other than that, deflect, there's specifically a 4-hit combo with 1, 2, 3, and then a slight pause, and then the 4th hit. If you do that, you can throw her to the side, get a couple of hits in on her. Once you've beat Emma, go into the Ishinn fight. Ishinn fight's much more complex. When he's standing in a neutral stance, you go up and attack once. Then he's going to do a spin into a side slash, which you can just deflect. And because he does it every time, you can know that he's going to do it. He has a couple of Makiriable attacks, specifically one where he walks to your right, goes into it. You want to pause long enough because you can just dash past him to the left, but in general, you do want to hit that. When he goes into the Ichimonji, you want to make sure that you're dodging left twice, and you'll avoid it every single time and get a couple of free hits in. Once you've killed him in that phase, you can go, and one last thing I do want to cover about that, he will sheath his sword. When he does that, you want to get right up in front of him, deflect the first hit, and then style on him, and you will absolutely trivialize that phase. The second phase, there's a bunch of fire. Whenever he holds his hands together and starts yelling, you want to find a clean spot on the ground and use your magnet umbrella. That will avoid it. He'll go into a couple of slashes with a bunch of sword strikes around you. After the last one, you're going to use projected force, which you just use by pressing the attack button, and you'll be good to go. Other than that, that's really the whole fight. It's not actually as tough as it might seem. I've tried it. It's only taken me 2 or 3 attempts to get my full-on grip of the fight. But if you are struggling with this, just remember, it takes just a little bit of time just to get the general timing and meter of the fight down. But the general principle of this fight is Song of the Blades. You got to stay aggressive, stay with them, always be attacking or deflecting, and you'll be just fine. Also, because the direction that dashes matter, you want to dash left during the first health bar of Ishinn and dash right during the second one. Anyway, Go ahead, bounce on her head, or use Senpo leaping kicks. Jump straight back to avoid that. Oh, that was the 4-hit combo. Oh, she caught me. Here's the material. As you can see, it's extremely telegraphed, so you don't really have to worry about that. Jump straight back, and you're just fine. Whenever she sheathes that sword, that's what she's doing. She does have another... Oh. So you can deflect that. If you mess up the timing, you do take damage. Just be aware. She will do that, but she never actually covers enough distance to punish you as long as you space it. There's the 4-hit combo. 1, 2, and 3. Here's the stab. Go ahead and Makiri that, and the fight's over. So as you can see, it's a pretty quick fight. You have time to get your healing in, or pop an Akko for the start of the Ishinn fight. So I go ahead, pop my Akko. At this point, take a deep breath. You're going into the Ishinn fight. Ishinn fight's not brutal, but it is extremely brutal the first time. I actually think this is the harder Ishinn fight, just in my opinion. Okay, so again, get up close to him, and it's time to deflect. Swing, and he does that spin. Jump the sweep, bounce on his head. There's the spin. There, that's when he walks to your right. He always does that. He slams you back into a Makiriable thrust, which is just good posture buildup. Hold that to recover your posture. But you do want to stay on him. Oh god, okay. So I got caught on the wall there. You can just dodge that pretty easily as long as you are not getting caught on the wall. There you go. Dodge left twice and you'll be just fine. And just hold that and let your posture bar refill. Jump the sweeps. His grab's harder to avoid than Emma's. But again, dash to the left twice, you'll be just fine. Neutral stance goes into the spinning sweep, or the spinning slash. So that time I didn't even get caught on the wall. I really wish we weren't fighting in this corner. Jump the sweep. Bounce on his head. Neutral stance, who's going to spin. That's Makiriable, but you can also dash past it if you mess the timing up. It's kind of a low risk. That's always Makiriable. Make sure you hesitate long enough to get it off. If you get posture broken, just safety roll, you'll be okay. This, get up close, bash. Oh. Hey, thanks, man. Okay, so for this, find a clear spot on the floor. Catch that hit, and then after that slash, attack once, and you'll get that projected force in. Build up the posture nicely. Dodge. Okay, so you want to dodge right there. I got hit because I dodged left. You want to dodge right on his fire. Neutral stance, swing. Makiriable. Jump the sweep. Jump the sweep. Don't do what I just did. Whenever you need to heal, just run away and you'll be fine. Okay, again, find a clear spot on the floor. Into projected force. Into a Makiriable stab, which is very, very nice. Neutrals. That's his jet. Okay, so you can just jump out of the grab. When he does that, you just run around him. If you run better than I just did, you will actually get away. Okay. When he does that and you're not close to him, you just run away from him. Okay, again, find a clear spot on the floor. Into projected force. You can also always outspace his fire, but again, you want to be going right. I don't know why I keep going left. Clear spot on the floor. And the projected force. You can look at how much... There you go. When you run right, you can always get a boop in afterwards. Oh, God. So that is the hardest move that he has to avoid. But just run right. Swing. Stay right. See, as long as you're going right, you get out of the way very, very easily. This way, just sprint. Oh my God. If you're sprinting in a circle better than I am, you will avoid that. And as you can see, you can just run away from him. Heal back up. This is a great time to use Rice, especially once he's below half health, because his posture stops recovering. Find a clear spot on the floor. Into projected force. Look at all that health. Want to go right. If you go left, it's very dangerous, but I didn't have any other choice. You can always outspace him. Okay, we're going back in there. You can still... Okay. I'm gonna let myself die. I went through the whole spiel twice now. I'm gonna let myself die, and then hopefully I can have a cleaner run. I do want a cleaner run, but I feel like it's relevant to see a death. So that the reason I died there was I tried to get close because you want to deflect into a Senpo leaping kick, and he punishes it hard, man. It's just something to bear in mind. He does punish it, but man, it's a bit of a high risk, high reward thing. But I would still recommend you doing that. So this will be the run this time, regardless. Unless he actually kills me, oh my God. Unless he actually kills me, then we're just going to actually finish him off this time. The most devastating thing would be if my stream went down right now. Okay. So here we go. Into Emma. Let's do this. Get nice and close. We're going to deflect. Here comes that telegraph stab. Very nice of her to telegraph it like that. Okay, I did not jump. I don't know why I did not jump. But if you do get hit, run away, heal, and you'll be fine. Jump the sweep. Here comes the 4-hit combo. That as long as you deflect, you can really punish. Oh man, that was non-standard. Telegraph stab. Very nice of her. Jump away. You actually heal in her face right after. Telegraph stab. Telegraph stab is what makes this fight extremely easy. As you can see, I'm trying to recover my posture. Anyway, jump that sweep and you're good. Go ahead. Pellet. Oh, no, not rice. Not. Okay, we're good. I thought I was about to take my rice. I don't want to take my rice. You don't need to be afraid. You can always go back and get more rice, but I just didn't want to use it here. I might demonstrate the power of it in this, but here we go. So again, you're dashing left in phase 1, and you're dashing right in phase 2. Dash left. Oh, I started sneaking. See, that's why I like to fight kind of in the middle of the room. It can just be hard to get that to work. There you go. Makiri that stab. Makiri that stab. Make sure you're waiting long enough to get that Makiri off on it. I'm gonna heal, actually. He does tend to like to punish heals. You really have to outspace him. Here comes the Makiriable stab. He is really making this phase easy with all the stabs. Okay. There we go. Time for phase 2. So again, find a clear spot on the floor. Into projected force, and look at all that health. Run away. There you go. Make sure you're running a tight circle, otherwise you'll get caught like I did in the last attempt. Now you're going right this time. Circle right in phase 2. See? As long as you're circling right, you're good. Okay. Oof! That is the hardest move to deal with. But shadows die twice. So I'm going to actually take my rice. And we're getting back in there. There we go. Circle right. You're doing just fine. As long as you circle right, it's not a problem. Find a clear spot on the floor when he starts yelling. I do like to walk towards him just so he doesn't knock me into a pillar of fire. You can just dash past him, which is really the best way to do it. I'm sprinting, but you can just dash. There you go. Run right past him to the right, and you're good. Oof. There's that move again. You jump that is what you do. I just never remember to jump it. But anyway, stay close to him. You can actually just run away. Oh. You can run away, and it becomes slightly easier because you have a little bit more time to get to the side. Don't kill me now. This is going to be my last boss attempt. There you go. We're staying aggressive. Clear spot on the floor. Walk towards him. Projected force. There we go. So now that is how you beat Ishinn and Emma. I never did get a truly clean attempt on the boss, but it was clean enough for what I was going for. And between it all, I think that I did get some pretty decent footage that will at least help you out, Chris. I hope that it works. So go ahead, get that. You do get a skill at the end. And at this point, you can go into New Game Plus. So there's a really cool cutscene. I would highly recommend taking the time to watch it because cinematically it's gorgeous. I'm going to leave it in just because I don't want the end of my stream to accidentally get cut out because I am going to be using a highlight to get this onto YouTube. And it is such just an epic thing. So it did take me about 7 hours to actually get through the sure ending, so you can tell, even when you don't spend any time on stuff.
そなたはシュラではない。
So this is why New Game Plus should have had the option of playing with other characters that were in this, and then the ending boss should have been Wolf. Okay. So once you beat him, then, you know, you're good. Yay, I got the Shura trophy. I do want to know how many people actually got the Shura ending. So if you look, like, is less than 6% get all the other endings? Yeah, I never start it right away. You can still run around and do stuff. I think I could probably fight the two-headed ape again. Just get as much as you can. The last game of the last area of the game does remain locked to you because you did the Shura ending, which means that you end up, I think the maximum you get in a playthrough is 19 physical and 9. So we are going to take a couple of seconds. I'm going to look at trophies. Shura ending. Yeah, so you can see only 14% of people got the Shura ending, which is considered the easiest ending of the game. That's because basically no one actually beats this game. I would say that probably less than 20% of people who do play Sekiro end up even beating the game. So just bear that in mind. If you do make it through this boss, it is very worth it because then you're the elite. You actually managed to beat this game. That's going to be it for this stream. I do appreciate it if you came by and watched me get through this. And Chris, if you watch this, I do hope that it helps you finish up your playthrough of Sekiro. That is it. So thanks for coming by, guys.